Welcome back to the Crochet Karate, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to experience double crochet link. This is known as D-link in patterns. It's very rarely used, but it's a really neat concept, and I'm going to be demonstrating with you with the particular cowl in order to show you the stitches. So this is Daniel's cowl, and when I turn it over you can see that the seam line is pretty seamless in here, and this is one of the projects that are coming up in the future. So this here past, the colors actually mean something because you're gonna think there's a lot more work to it than there is, but because it's double crochet link, it's actually a lot more easier than you would ever imagine. So zooming in on the project, we have the colors that you see. So the colors here are done in one pass, and you're going to think to yourself, when I saw it for the first time because Daniel did it, is that the gray is one round and the gray again is another round and the gray for the third time is around, but it's actually done at the exact same time. So as you're moving along, this whole strip is actually being crocheted into position. Now the white that you're seeing here is just a surface crochet overlay, which we have tutorials for, and if you turn it over you can see that it's done that way, and we just go in between the two colors. So you can see that the gray and the blue are double crochet link over top of each other. So and then we come back in afterward and we split it using a surface overlay just for a visual effect. So it's a really neat concept. So the idea is that exactly what is link, let me show you some samples and then you can decide whether this is right for you or not. So on screen are 3 rows. So this is regular double crochet and this is D-link. D-link is taller, so it goes faster. So when you pull the regular double crochet part, what do you see? You see the spaces of the double crochets in between. We're used to that, we know that, that's awesome. So what it is that double crochet link, when you pull it apart, look, see how it's kind of all bunched together? So it gives the illusion that there is single crochet. So in order to do this concept we have to concentrate on the right side of the project, but you'll notice that each one of these stitches are linked together. So they're linked together all the way through the stitch, and then you move on to the next. So it's a really kind of an easy pattern to think about. So there's a rule. Let me tell you a little bit about that. So here's the rule. This is the same sample. What I did is that I double crocheted linked across, and then I changed my color and went back with single crochet just to show you that there is a single crochet that is splitting the 2 double crochet links. So what's gonna happen is that you're gonna go back and then you'll change your color back if you want to do it in that particular manner. Now the cowl I showed you is just double linked sitting on top of each other, so I just put a single crochet row in between because I was going back and forth. But if you're doing it as a round, you can double crochet link on top of each other without a problem. You have to concentrate on the right side of the project because the way that you access the stitch work is that you can only see it on the right side. So if you're doing a row, you must pass back. You can pass back like a half double crochet, a double crochet, a single crochet to get yourself back, but then you can just build up and de-link yourself back across on the right side when you're doing it in rows. So it's a really kind of a neat concept and it's really awesome. So I'm going to show you a small sample on how to do double crochet link now. So what we're going to use is a Bernat Beyond, and then we're going to be using an 8mm size L crochet hook in order to play. So let's just do a small sample together. We're gonna do a row, and I'm just gonna show you a couple rows, or a few rows, so that you get yourself started. So you're going to then just chain your regular amount that you'll need. So like it can be anything that you wish. So you can do this as a whole afghan if you wanted to. So I'm only gonna chain 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now that I have my 12 on here, I'm going to double crochet link myself back across this. So how you're going to do it is that you're gonna go second chain from the hook, and you're gonna just turn it over and get the back hump of the chain and insert your hook in, yarning over, pulling it through. Okay, so do that. And for those that are ready to move on, you're going to go to the next chain and insert your hook in and pull through. This is almost the double crochet. You're going to insert your hook into the next one, the back hump only, and then pull through, and you will end up with 4 loops on your hook. 4 is the magic number. So to get yourself back to the top, you're just gonna yarn over and pull through 2, yarning over, pull through 2, and yarning over, pulling through 2. This here appears like it's 2 stitches, but it's only technically 1. You needed the builder to get yourself to do the D-link that is going across. So now you see some vertical and you see some horizontals. So you're gonna see two horizontals, right, this one and this one. This gives the illusion that there's 3 rows of single crochet, and then you're gonna see 2 verticals in this last stitch that you just did. Those 2 verticals are where you want to play. So you're going to go to the first vertical, and it's only 1 strand, and you're gonna sink in behind it, and you're gonna pull through and hold it. Then you're going to go to the next one, the next vertical, which is still part of the D-link, and going in and pulling it through, and then you go to the next one on your chain, and you're going in and pull through. So look, you got your 4 back on the hook. So you're just gonna yarning over, pulling through 2, 2, well, make sure you get all your strands. This is an 8 stranded yarn. You're gonna go 2, 2, 2 all the way back to the top. So we're going to do another one. So we're gonna do this all the way across. So you see your 2 horizontals. We're not gonna worry about those. We're gonna worry about these verticals that you see. There's 2 of them. You're gonna sink in behind the first one and pull through, and it's only 1 strand of yarn that you're going in behind, so you're not going behind too much, and then you advance then to the next one on the chain. Once you have the all 4, yarning over, pulling 2, 2 and 2, and you can see how dense it is. You're linking them together, so you're just gonna go to the next one. So vertical, vertical and chain, pull through 2, 2 and 2. Okay, so vertical, vertical, chain, and then pull through 2, 2 and 2. Okay, so you're gonna think that the starting is a little weird, and it does look a little weird, but once you get into a few rows and a couple rows, this will straighten itself out. So don't worry about that. So going into the vertical, vertical, chain, and then pull through 2 2s 3 times all the way back up. So vertical, vertical and chain. Okay, vertical, vertical, chain, and I'm gonna go right into the last one that is available to me. So vertical, vertical, and I'm going into my last chain. So I've already told you that you can only do this concept on the right side of the project. So in order to get back to the other side of where I started, I have to somehow figure that out. So I can use single crochets, double crochets, half doubles. So you're gonna turn your work and return yourself. Now the goal is that you have to watch this very last stitch here at the end. So let's just do single crochet just because it's faster. So I'm gonna chain up 1 and going right into the top of the first one, and I'm gonna single crochet myself across to the back to where it started. So you can only see this double crochet link on the right side. So I'm currently looking at the wrong side, so the back side of the project. And you really want to watch the very first stitch. So the very first stitch is right here. Okay, so you're gonna think it's here and here. It's not, it's just right here. The very first time you start these D-links, they look like they're kind of like pies that are opening up, but they balance themselves in the future. So let's start another row. So you're going to, whenever you start a row, you are going to chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. You got 3 loops. Okay, you got 3 stitches here, or 3 chains. So you're gonna come into the second one, and you can just go into a vertical. Okay, these verticals here, you can just go into the first one, and you're gonna go in and pull through, and you're gonna go into the next one down and pull through, and the very first stitch that you've attached yourself to is the same one you want to go into. So in and through, and now you have your 4, and you're gonna pull back your 2s all the way back to the top. So you see that this one here looks like a pie shape. That's normal. So let's advance to the next one. So we're looking for the verticals only, so ignore the horizontals. So vertical, vertical, and then you go to your next stitch. I'm gonna pull through 2, 2 and 2. So vertical, vertical, stitch. So what this is doing is it's helping you being able to link all your double crochets together so that there's no gapping spaces at all. Some people have a phobia of, or not really a phobia, or a dislike when there's too many gaps between a stitch. So what's gonna happen is that because you're linking them all together, you're closing off that opportunity for when you pull it apart to really see all those gapping spaces and to be able to feel them. So especially for baby blankets, it almost is peace of mind for those kind of concepts. So this would be how you do double crochet link. It's called D-link in the patterns. There's very rarely used, but it's really quite awesome. And you can see that you're getting a lot of work done real quick. So you're gonna come to the very last stitch and D-link yourself back to the top, and then you can see how it balanced out. We weren't sure in the very beginning, but it did. And then you just turn your work, and you can do singles, doubles, halves, whatever you want to get yourself back to the beginning so that you can link yourself across. So this is an introduction to a double crochet link. I hope that you enjoy. We have other concepts. I actually figured out how to do this in a granny square as well as a round for doing cowl work, and I actually figured out something else that's really quite cool too. So without further ado, enjoy your day, and this is called double link crochet.